Hi, I'm Vipul Mittal, and in this session, I will discuss tiebreaker rule. So, you are a taxpayer and you claim an individual as your qualifying child. You can claim an individual as your qualifying child if certain conditions are met. So, for example, you claim individual A as your qualifying child. But now there are other taxpayers also who meet those conditions and claim A as their qualifying child. So, another taxpayer P claims A as qualifying child. So those conditions are met regarding P. Another taxpayer Q also claims A as his qualifying child. Now you are claiming A as your qualifying child, P is claiming A as his qualifying child, Q is claiming A as his qualifying child. And the question is that A is qualifying child of which taxpayer? Let's read. If an individual is claimed as a qualifying child by two or more taxpayers for a taxable year, such individual is treated as the qualifying child of the taxpayer who is parent of the individual. Or if none of the claimant is a parent of the child, the taxpayer with the highest adjusted gross income for such taxable year. So the rule is simple that A is qualifying child of his parent. But if none of the claimant is a parent of the child, the taxpayer with the highest adjusted gross income. So if P is parent, then A is qualifying child of P. If Q is A's parent, A is qualifying child of Q. If you are A's parent, A is your qualifying child. If none of the claimant is a parent of the child, then taxpayer with highest adjusted gross income. So who has the highest adjusted gross income? You have the highest adjusted gross income, or P or Q. One who has the highest adjusted gross income will claim A as qualifying child. Now, what if more than one parent claim the child as a qualifying child? So, if more than one parent claim the child as a qualifying child, for example, we are talking about individual B, and we are talking about B's father and B's mother. They are filing separate tax returns. Now, both claim B as qualifying child. Now, B is qualifying child of B's father or B's mother. So, if more than one parent claim the child as a qualifying child, then child is the qualifying child of the taxpayer with whom the child stays for the longest period in the tax year. So you have to see with whom the child stays for the longest period during the year. So you will consider the stay factor. Is child staying with father more or mother more? If child is staying with father only 20 nights and with mother 250 nights, then yes, B is qualifying child of B's mother because B is staying for the longer period with his mother. If B stays with both for the same number of nights, then who will claim? B's father or B's mother, because B is staying with both of them for same number of nights. So stays for same number of nights with both. In that case, then the parent with highest AGI can claim. So parent with the highest AGI will claim in such a case. Now there is another possibility that parents can claim, but parents do not claim. So a parent or both the parents can claim but do not claim. Now the question is that can the child be the qualifying child of any other taxpayer? That is the question that we have. Yes, child can be the qualifying child of any other taxpayer because parents are not claiming, but they can claim. They are eligible, actually. They meet all those conditions. So we are talking about B. So B's father, for example, can claim but does not claim. In that case, can any other taxpayer claim B as qualifying child? Answer is yes. If the adjusted gross income of the taxpayer is higher than the highest adjusted gross income of the parent who could claim the child. So let's say B, and here we are talking about B's father. He can claim. He can claim B as qualifying child, but B's father is not claiming B as qualifying child. You are claiming B as qualifying child. Question is that can you really claim? Answer is yes. If your adjusted gross income is higher than the adjusted gross income of B's father. So if your adjusted gross income is higher than the adjusted gross income of B's father. So this is the tiebreaker rule. I hope this session was helpful. We'll connect again. Goodbye.